Okay. Hello, how are you guys doing? I will be talking about my last project called Mosync. I shared a snippet with you guys on my WhatsApp status, so I'll be explaining what it's all about. So, earlier this year, I was trying to uh, go into graphics programming with OpenGL. So, I was thinking, what am I going to even do with it? Am I going to make a game engine? What will be the end goal? So, I kind of had this idea of making, controlling my 3D models using physical objects. For example, like this pen. So instead of maybe moving a pen, uh, maybe in, with my mouse, keyboard, blah, blah, why not you like move the pen, a pen in the physical world, and then kind of have a pen in the virtual world, you know, reacting, also like moving along. So I actually tried, let's do that with Unity. Well, I didn't want that high level abstraction. I wanted to go, deep, and I wanted to make a charting library because when I started and I was getting the signal from Android, I was having difficulties understanding the orientation, like how the data changes. How the data changes, like with the orientation. Maybe when I keep the phone, on the floor, and then I move it in one axis, how does that data change? How does the values change? So I was like, let me plot that in a graph and see. And I was having difficulties with the charting library I was using in C Sharp because the libraries were not meant for high performance real time, changes, because I wanted like the change to like immediately sensor gets that data, it sends it like immediately, like for processing. And to redraw the chart it's meant for, you have maybe a large data set already and you're trying to like plot a graph with that data set, not a data set that's constantly changing and moving. And I could go as well, and like, oh, let's just find a live view. I was like, let me just take this challenge and use graphics programming. So like, just do it manually, manipulate the pixels. So I started learning OpenGL for a bit, and yeah. So yesterday I was actually talking to my brother, just talking about all these, vectors, matrices, kind of thing. And I was like, let me try doing it now. Let me try attempting to do it. I've been learning using C++, and I was like, I should just use C sharp and then have like a wrapper with, called OpenTK, and use that instead because I'm more, I'm more comfortable using C sharp for all this networking events, for all this networking stuff. So and I'll use C sharp OpenTK, and then yesterday I had it working and recorded the video that you saw yesterday. I don't know if I posted it yesterday. I think it was today. Yeah, so posted it today. So yeah, like I said, the idea: a virtual object being controlled by a physical object, your phone, basically, your device, any device basically that has a gyroscope and an accelerometer. So now I'm working on the orientation, the rotation of the object, and afterwards I'll work on the movement, the positioning. And the difference between this and VR is that VR, you are the, like, it's from a viewpoint, you know like uh, you see through the camera. Basically, you see through a camera, a viewpoint. And this one is not about the viewpoint, it's about the object in the virtual space. So let's say it's like Ghost of Yote. Yeah, you see how you can be able to hit, like on, I don't know what they call, like all these blacksmith, I don't know, they like hit an object anyway. So you can use your controller to like simulate that hit. So that's basically the idea. And the video yesterday was showing how I was getting a cube to move, not according, the orientation wasn't right, but get a cube to move as I move my phone, and doing that in real time, like, because it has to be like, as fast as we could do it, like process it as fast as we can, because what's the point of like latency when you're moving it and you have to like wait maybe for a second before it moves. So yeah, so doing in real time, it has to be like very fast and be updated every time and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, that's what we put into it, and we had it working. So now I'm working on the orientation, and then calibration basically have like a reference point in the physical world and how maybe we're expecting in the virtual environment, so that we just like offset, basically just like offsetting the data. And yeah, we have something working. So I'll be sharing more updates on this whole project, and unfortunately I cannot be able to show a demo while using the phone to record myself. So after this video, I'll make a demo. I'll record myself on another person's phone and then move the phone around, and then you'll see how it works every time. So physical object being the controller of a virtual object. Thank you.